get into how a lot of the stuff happened at World CryptoCon and all of that. So a lot of quick news today, and then hold up, is the sound there? Yeah, all right, there we go. Yeah, I had to hit that mic. So definitely getting into some news today, and also World CryptoCon. First things first, want to shout out to our winner from last week. Didn't air any shows last week. However, we did ask our followers, who would you want us to interview? What would you want us to do while we were there? And the winner, Leroy Forbes, shout out to you. He actually stated that we should get a Ronnie Moaz interview. And right now, all I have to say is yeah, it's coming. So my boy, if you can see it, let me put a little closer. Ronnie Moaz has some good stuff. When we were there, got a chance to chop it up with him a lot. And yeah, got some good stuff coming, definitely. So shout out to Ronnie Moaz, of course. But let's get into a little bit of news first. Knock these out the way. Pretty slow news day, but definitely got to get it to you. So first things first, our local hero, or the person that most people respect in the space, Andres Antonopolous, actually calls out Bitly. Bitly, if you know, is the website where you can actually shorten a URL link. And he actually criticized him because all of the Bitly links to his book are gone. They literally just took them down. It's like 200 or something links. And that's definitely bad for business, on top of the fact that he wasn't notified. And, if he wants to leave and go to a competitor, he definitely can now, which is what he stated himself. So one of the big things out the story I want to let people know is, if you're in Bitcoin, you know the saying, not your keys, not your Bitcoin. As it states here, if it's not your shortener, not your link. And one of the things we want to look out for going forward in the crypto market is other ways to prevent people from getting the information or from getting crypto. So if they cut off websites, cut off servers, stop you from being able to use different social media. I think Gab was one of them that was taken down. These are all ways that you can get people in line and in control for crypto. So Antonopolous just wanted to make sure people know that this is happening every day. People's stuff getting taken down, random, deletions and all that. So got to keep up the good fight. So let's holler at some of the people coming in. Madam Crypto, what's going on? Shannon Allen, what's up? My brother Dylan, what's going on, man? Let's see. GIOD TV, what's going on, man? Cornelius, good morning, D Truth. Let's see, who's that? Cool Works. And let's see who else we got. S1 Does, appreciate you. And shout out to everybody on Facebook as well that's tuning in. And before I go forward, I do want to mention, almost forgot, Decentralized. He's a part of our Crypto Warriors here. We actually got to meet Decentralized, hang out with him a bit out there. Great guy, had his own booth, had merchandise, definitely moving forward in the world, which is great. I love this hat, probably be rocking it all day. Shout out to him. If you want some merch, you can probably reach out to him on Twitter, on here. But shout out to Decentralized. Like I said before, our community is growing. We've got people that's in our community that's went on to work for different companies, started their own companies, and their first information about crypto was from us. So great to see there. The Warriors are expanding. So let's see. One more news story before we jump into the World CryptoCon discussion. If you may have remembered, we reported that the ZAF exchange that lost $60 million. Japanese exchange, that's pretty big. And, actually losing $60 million, you definitely want to find out who did it. It looks like they may have actually found the perpetrators who stole the $60 million. They estimated that the source of 5 transactions in question provided to the authorities concerning the characteristics of the transaction originator were detailed. And, they basically released a statement that said, in the investigation of the leaked virtual currency, remittance route has been analyzed through static analysis of the blockchain. If you don't know, they could definitely do that. Chain analysis is one of the ways to do it. But with this effort, by deploying the virtual currency node on a large scale, after the outflow of the virtual currency, we verified whether they can obtain clues like your IP address. They also got useful data to grasp the accuracy of the information. So, like I said, ZAF was hacked back in September, lost 60 million. Never good to hear. I know we have some people here that may have experienced the same thing. Never good to see. But if you have people actively being able to find your actual exchange or to find the money that you lost, great to hear. So let's see what's going on. Let's see. Sergeant Crypto, what's going on, brother? Wakoinda, what's up, Dylan? Oh, no. That wasn't Wakoinda that got hacked. That was ZAF. But yeah, welcome back. So All right, so let's get into World CryptoCon last week. If you know, we were out there definitely repping for the gentleman of crypto and all our warriors that tune in on a daily basis. As you know, it was in Las Vegas. We have a few things to go over. First things first, our experience, some of the rumors going around on Twitter or social media about some of the people there, as well as my personal rating for what the conference was. So first things first, let's start off with how we got there Wednesday in Vegas. First things first, when you get there is you have to sign in. Sign in went smooth. But one of the first things I noticed when we got there was there were a lot of groups of, I guess, traders or crypto people who stuck with each other the whole time. It was like 6 or 7 dudes in a circle jerk, basically, just, I don't know, pretty much, sticking with each other because they know each other, which is cool because, humans are naturally tribal. But that's one of the first things I noticed. It was just like groups of dudes who were just like that, love each other to death. Oh, I love you too, which is cool. Whatever. But there were multiple tweets about, how most crypto conferences don't have a lot of women. This was really no different. I saw some of the women that I've followed on Twitter that are in the Bitcoin space. For example, Crypto Wendy, she's a sweetheart. Definitely linking up with her meetups. Let's see, Pink Crypto, which I'll discuss more in a little bit. Great to see her. There was a few of them there. It was just kind of hard to navigate, not from a predatory standpoint, like I'm just trying to get on women, but it was definitely one of the things in crypto that we have to, fix. So that's one of the first things you notice when you get there. Once you got there, before you got there, you would have had to get the Ultra VIP ticket, which is what we had. I didn't know the different tiers, Ultra VIP, VIP, and then under whatever, it was just regular people and then speakers, whatever. However, the first day we got there, if you tried to go into one of the speeches or one of the meetings, they did have a lady out there that would check it for a little bit, but she was kind of lazy. She left. She was like, all right, I'm tired of this. But she just kind of left, at some point. And, after I realized that, I was like, well, you didn't really have to buy a ticket. You could have just showed up in Vegas, went to the Aria and went up the escalator or down the escalator and you could have went. So, that was one thing I noticed. However, once you got inside, it was, to me, well worth the ticket if you did the right amount of networking, because there's a lot of great projects in there. Some of them here we got to link up with. Thinking Crypto, one guy right here got us hooked up here. Also, My Ether Wallet was out there. Got some cool stuff from them. Didn't know they were based out in LA. Met some other podcasters. Crypto Euclid, the TIT show. This is the show. Great acronym. Nexus. Met a great ambassador there. Definitely explained that to me a lot more. Heard of it before, but wanted to explain a little bit more. It's funny. After talking to him about Nexus, I watched House of Cards and they got a security group called Nexus, and I was like, all right, something shaky, but nah, it's all good. And probably the two biggest highlights was one, we got free Ross stickers. We got to meet the mom of Ross Albright, as I call it, the mom of a soldier. In my opinion, he was wrongfully, thrown in prison for life for simply running a website. And on top of that, her demeanor, the way she goes about it, I could tell she's a strong woman. Definitely got to chop it up with her and talk a lot about, the case and how things would go from here. And second, like I said before, Ronnie Moaz, another great person to me, actually gave us these poker chips. I tried to use them at the table, but they almost threw me out. It's all good. And, it's one of those things where if you have merch at a conference or whatnot and you want to make it cool, might as well go with the theme. So these poker chips were great. Shout out to Ronnie Moaz. Also, let's see who else am I missing. Let's see, Apleek.io. Great people there. Got to speak to Anna. We also got to chop it up with Ledger Wallet. They weren't around. We were going to do an interview on the spot with the Ledger Nano guys. Unfortunately, couldn't do it. However, some of the people that were there, they pretty much compensated with what we needed as far as meeting and talking. So I believe, the setup was amazing. There were some companies there with great booths, giveaways, things of that nature. But one of the great surprises was I had no clue they were giving away, or they had free food or free lunch, free breakfast. They were rolling out food all day. If you were just a hungry person in Vegas and you showed up at this conference, you could walk in the room and they have food coming out all day. Literally lunch, snack, dinner, back to back, and then open bar. So that was great to see. If you're gonna pay, like I said, it was worth the ticket to me. If you're gonna pay $2,000, should eat for free. You should be able to watch, Tim Draper and a few other things. So let's see. One of the funniest parts of the entire conference was the debate between Vinny Lingham and Ronnie Moaz. They actually made a bet. Most people call Vinny Lingham the contraindicator, somebody you don't really, listen to with trading. Ronnie Moaz is sort of the opposite side. They actually ended up betting 20,000 to give to charity on the price of Bitcoin being 28,000 by next year. So that was funny to see them arguing. Some of the other experiences, like got to meet Ken Bozak at his 30th birthday party. If you know Ken Bozak, very popular YouTuber guy online, giving away a lot of crypto. Got to see the fanny pack in person. Cool dude. Got to chill with him. There's a lot of people whose names I can't remember, but they were cool people. I mean, I like literally there was no tension there. From our end, like I said, I have friends in real life. I got siblings, so I don't really need to link up with anybody there. However, from a business standpoint, you want to network, and a lot of the people we met were awesome people just trying to do well. However, yesterday we had a tweet come out from Pink Crypto, if you follow her, where she actually described that she felt, disrespected by some people that were there. Also, some of the rhetoric that was used towards her was in a demeaning way based on how she looked. I met Pink Crypto. She was cool, took a picture, followed each other on social media. However, if you're at a conference that's 90% dudes, and I was in computer science, I can tell you right now, most of these dudes that are in the computer field or in a crypto field or whatnot, they don't get out much. They don't really, they just don't. It's nothing against them or anything, but it's almost, it's almost like if somebody doesn't see a woman for a long time, and then when you see it in person, they look kind of good. They're like, oh my God, got to say something. Or they usually come out and just comes out retarded. I don't know what kind of, rhetoric was used towards her. However, I can see it because there were a couple of dudes there where I was like, dog, stay away from me. Cause this is not, this is not the place. And like I said, some of the back and forth that was going on between her and some of the other people was that they felt, you're at a conference, people are going to do it. It's Vegas. And in my opinion, I was like, well, at the end of the day, there are a lot of women I know. She kept to herself. She tweeted it out. She didn't say it. But there are a lot of women I know that the disrespect would not be tolerated. And especially women that I know personally, that wouldn't happen. So that's why I said it needs to be more women at these crypto conferences, simply because if you show up and you show, what you can do or whatnot, the barrier to entry to blockchain isn't blocked. There is no gender, racial, socioeconomic bias for you getting into the space. So everybody can get into the space. It's just hearing about it and being able to, accept it. So that's the work we have to do. We're doing our part. But Barbie's talking about, I wish someone would try. Yeah, I mean, I really don't know exactly what went down, but I can tell you right now, if I was around, it wouldn't have happened around me. But we've had some reports of some things going on, but that's how it goes. Also, we had some people who they didn't like the way people dressed at the conference. Dude, it was people in a Litecoin and a Bitcoin mascot thing. There were, it was Halloween the first day. Somebody talked about Ken Bozak. He dresses like that everywhere. What are you talking about? There was other people with sunglasses, which somebody said something about the parties, and I'll get into that. There were people with sunglasses walking around. It's a crypto conference. These people, they don't have to wear suits anymore. We're out of the financial rigmarole where you have to wear suits. In fact, the people that were there wearing suits, it was fine, but most of the people I've come in contact with their suits are trying to sell you something that you don't even want. And the real knowledge comes from people like me wearing a hoodie. Those are the people I got, the most from. So, somebody talked about how people dress should be more professional. That's garbage. But those are some of the key points going on. Let's see. Thursday, we spent the entire day walking around, went to everything we could. Definitely, definitely a great experience as far as how many people you get to see. But I'm one of those people that when there's too many people, I gotta get out of there. There were some giveaways. There was whoever did the Bitcoin art was amazing in the top floor. Took some pictures. Probably post those later. That art was amazing. Also, let's see who else. Who am I missing? Oh, Charlie Lee. Got to meet Charlie Lee. I tried to ask him why he dumped Litecoin at the top, but we were in the club. It was kind of loud. Couldn't catch up with him, but it's all good. Whatever. I'm sure he gets that question all the time. So parties. Let's see. First night party was. I mean, I can't remember because I don't party like that really. So going out for me is just like a blur. You just go and then it's the same thing to me. Loud music, lights everywhere, drinks, and then a bunch of cut up pieces of paper flying. It's Vegas, whatever. So parties wise, parties were great. The only party that our or club went to where it was the group of crypto people together. Shout out to Tour de Crypto. They actually got a booth or a few booths, a big area at what's the name of that? I can't remember, but it's at the Aria. And you know, everybody that was pretty much in the crypto space was in there or floating through and coming in and out. That was a great time to meet people. Definitely a great time to chop it up there. Shout out to Blake from Tour de Crypto, set us up nicely with some great passes. I mean, basically set us up with everything. So shout out to him. But some of the parties, one of the things that I noticed, as far as the crypto world and how things go forward, is a lot of people in this space are awkward. I mean, do I have to tell you? I mean, it's what it is. Whenever you meet, if you have a lawyer conference, if you go to some other business conference, if you go to any conference, it's some people that do some stuff. So I did have people approach me about drugs. I was like, oh, I don't. Who think am I about to bring drugs out here to? No, I had people approach me about girls. You'll do with that what you want. Definitely had a lot of talk around, what parties or after parties and stuff we do. I didn't engage in none of that. I stayed in the casino, had a great time, got to hang out, with a lot of good people. So I was all good. However, just trying to tell people World CryptoCon is really a reflection of the crypto market to me because we had a good combination of both. We had corporate people. We had people who, just showed up, just found out about it. We had people that were there just to party. Shout out Crypto Bitlord. Definitely a big party dude. He's a cool dude or whatever. Got to meet him. However, I was kind of surprised how many people there were European or had an accent or whatnot because it's a lot of people throwing around the N-word, saying nigga a lot on Twitter. And some of these people, I was looking them in their face to try and match with the phone, trying to find, but they all got dog avies and whatever. I couldn't figure it out. So I was trying to see who I was linking up and tweeting each other. And it's safe to say we didn't see anybody who had that going. We safe to say it wasn't anybody like that was doing anything in that manner. So that was good there. However, in the crypto market, all these things happen. I'm just trying to make sure you all know. For those of you who are new, or those you already know. So it was 4 black people. Yeah, it was probably about 6. I give them 6, but 4 other than us probably. And one of the things I want to shout out in the crypto market is that the best part is in these. In this wide scale crypto world, you don't need other people. You really don't need, like these other, because like I said, everybody was clicked up. There's 7 people here, 8 people over there. We had the influencers room. People came in, sat with the same people every day, tried to get around, but that's how it goes. But that's what I'm saying. Us personally, the gentleman of crypto, it really showed me we don't need anybody else. We just stick with what we're doing here, our network that we have, and we'll be all good. So that's basically the rundown of World CryptoCon from my experience. We'll probably speak a little bit about it more tomorrow because King will be back tomorrow. So we'll probably speak about it more. But I know World CryptoCon is a big thing. Definitely a great conference. If I had to give it a rating out of 10, I would give it probably an 8 out of 10. Definitely a high-ranking conference simply because it was a very good-looking conference, very pleasing to the eye. The people that spoke were very, very informative. If you went to the right ones, I didn't see everybody's. Also, the networking that you do there, you get to meet a lot of people who are ambitious, definitely trying to go forward. And the weirdos or whatever, it was very much at bay because, like I said, there's a lot of people there, and I'm not trying to be friends with none of y'all. I'm a grown ass man, and I'm not trying to be friends with 22-year-olds with dog avies. So it's all good. And let's see. Shout out Ryan Cooper on Facebook. Rika Cam, shout out to you. So yeah, shout out GSH, everything. We got a small movement, but not much. Yep, absolutely. Because like I've always told people, movements don't just blow up out of nowhere. People, trying to help and keep up with your stuff. We appreciate everything you all do. And we definitely want to keep the community strong. We're flying a lot under the radar. A lot of people don't know who we are, which is great. We want to keep it that way because when things explode and people start to realize they've been around for years now, they definitely put out all the content that we've put out. We just, people with 20, 40, 100,000 followers, most of them did a lot of stuff back in the day to do that. don't want to put them out there, but if you're in the market long enough, you know how this goes. So that's one of the best things from this conference that I learned. 8 out of 10. I definitely had a good time. World CryptoCon next year, definitely going. If you see anything about harassment on Twitter and everything going back and forth, just remember it wasn't the whole conference at all. It may have been a few small people who haven't been out the house much in their life, but they'll figure it out one day. It's all good. So once again, like I said, this is the Gentleman of Crypto. And if you want to receive the cryptic coin for tomorrow, our free question in response to the Antonopolous Bitly argument. You know what? Let's forget that. Let's go into World CryptoCon. For those of you who did not attend World CryptoCon, leave exactly what would you like to experience at next year's based on what I've told you. Also, who would you like to see? And different experiences you would like to have. More people of color, more women, more diversity. And I'm not one of those people that's going to create special groups for us per se. However, if the opportunity presents itself, you got to be willing to accept the fact that you're late to the party. So we're going to have to grow, at a certain point. So definitely want to do that. Let us know what you want to see about World CryptoCon, what differences, you may have seen, something you may have heard. Put your cryptic coin address and we'll send those free coins. Definitely thank you all for watching today, and we'll see you tomorrow.